In this session, we are going to see about union in SQL, how we can use union. In the previous session, we have seen joins, how we can join the two or more tables in a single query to get different data from different tables. Now, joins basically work on column basis, like it joins the columns between two different tables. But unions is opposite to that. Means instead of columns, it joins the rows. So how this works? Let's see. We do have these two tables, which is having this data, employee demographics and employee salary. So you know, like this is something which is having some data, and in employee salary we have some data. So what basically union will do, whatever the rows which is available here. So it is around 11 rows written here. So if you join another table to that, uh, the other table data will be appended below to this row. So this is something which is done by union. The thing is, we should union or we should use union only when we have similar type of data. So suppose first name and last name from first table is having the data in the second table as well, like same first name and last name. Then we can use union. How to use this? So for this, we need to use between the two queries, we need to use union. Now, this is doing, whatever the data which is coming from this first table, select star from employee demographics or select star from employee salary, this data. So both of these data will be appended to each other. So how this done? Let's see. Now you can see this is the first geographical data which is available here. And after that, you can see the first 12 rows are from employee demographics table, but the later are from the employee salary. But you can see this is first name, last name, this is employee ID, this is fine, but you can see this is gender column, but it is showing salary here, and this is the age column, but this is showing the occupation. Okay, and in the birth date column, you can see this is the department ID. So this is not a valid scenario, but what we can do, we can actually combine the first name, last name, employee ID from this table. So for that, what we can do, we can say first name, comma, last name from this table, and again first name, comma, last name, and we can run this. Now the thing is, we can see this rows, like it is just 12 rows has been written, but why it is like that? Or only employee demographics is having 12 records and employee salary is having around 11 records. Then why it is just showing 12 records? Because union is by default work as a distinct. Means whatever the unique records in this first name and last name, that only it will show up. So to get all the records, what we can do means whatever the data from both the tables we wanted to get, how we can get it? For that, we can just type union all, and then if you run this, then you can see 23 rows has been written. So this is something which is, you can see, um, duplicate records would be also there. So let's just try to see order by first name. If I do this order by first name, then probably you can see there are some duplicate records as well. Like there are some unique and there are some duplicates records as well. So this is how this works. Whenever you wanted to get all the records, use all. Otherwise, don't use all to get the unique records. So this is one scenario. The other thing to notice, whenever we use joins, and if suppose I give it here as a salary, and then try to run it, like first name, last name is one thing, and then first name, last name, and salary, the three. Uh, if I do this, then this will not work because you can see there is an error. The use select statement have different number of columns. That means whatever the column names which we are giving in the first union, it should be the same. It should not be like first query is having two, then second query is having three columns. It is like this. We need to remember this. The column list should be same in both the queries. And now we can actually union three different or three or more queries as well in this. The other thing I wanted to show you here is in union what we do basically. So let's say I am just getting the where age is greater than 40. I wanted to say these are old as a label. So I wanted to separate out like the first query, whoever is having age is 40, more than 40, they are old. Here also I wanted to give one where condition, which is I wanted to where salary is greater than let's say 70,000. What I can say is highly paid as label. So what this data will give, and if I try to run this now, let me show you how this works. So whoever is having more than age will be labeled as old, and whoever is having more than 70,000 salary, it is called as highly paid. Now this is one thing which is we are doing. The other thing also, like we can basically separate out here. So here we can make one more union. Um, and what we can do instead of we can add maybe another filter of gender here. So if it is old male, then we can say old man, and here we can say another filter of gender which is equal to female, and here we can say old lady. So what will happen, like this is now something which is showing as uh, three categories. So one is old man, old lady, and basically one is highly paid. So that is something which is showing up here. And now this is the way where we can categorize our SQL data or different types of data in different categories so that it will be helpful for identification. So this is one of the scenario or one of the use of union which can be used for creating the queries. In the next session, we are going to see about string functions